Hello there, welcome back to Major News Reports Ball Catching Nation. Let's go. So today we're going over the Power Rankings top 50, and we have quite an interesting list as we're going to be going through. And this year in World Cup we have 254 teams all facing off against each other, and 90 game season. Last year it was around 154. We dumbed it down a lot. So this fall is gonna be pretty big, and from here through January, it's gonna be all hype. And as well as once we get into February, once we have the playoffs, which are gonna be absolutely massive. But we have quite a list. We have quite some shockers actually that made onto the top 50 today, and in the preseason rankings. So we'll actually see how these teams really do. This is really just factoring off of really how good the roster is standing as well. It has to do really with last year's performances, mostly, sometimes, but the majority of it comes down to who has the best roster, and we have some shockers really. Take a look at number one. We have Las Vegas, and I'm a bit surprised actually. Las Vegas made it in number one spot, just over Los Angeles by only a few points. So that's a bit interesting. To say I'm shocked about it. I mean, I would be. And then we have LA, number two, and then number three we have Chicago. Chicago is gonna have a fantastic year. Shreveport, number four. Number five is Galesburg. And also we have a reminder actually. Now we mentioned Galesburg, tomorrow we have streaming 2 games tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is opening night, and it's gonna be a big one. Big games. We have Galesburg versus St. Joseph. Number 5 Galesburg, and then we'll get to the next one actually soon. So number 6 we have Tucson. Number 7, I think that's number 7 we have Morgantown. Actually, that's a bit surprising. Not gonna lie. Morgantown making it in number 7. I mean, they made some pretty big strides in the off season, but it's quite big. Let me just get back onto the rankings, and number 8 we have Madison. Not a shock right there, and then Missoula, number 9, definitely made. And then number 10 we have Birmingham. Number 11 Buffalo. Number 12, Portland, and that's what we're reminding our game. We have number 12, Portland. Number 13, Sioux Falls. Coming on tomorrow. Huge game. Definitely game of the day tomorrow to begin it off. 2 games, stream live, 6:45, 7:30. Don't miss those games. That's all I'm saying. And actually might push back to 7:45. That's what I've heard recently. And again, we'll explain the new rules actually once we get to the end of this. So number 13 Sioux Falls, number 14 Jackson, number 15 Detroit, definitely a bit lower than what we anticipated. We were expecting Detroit to be a top 10 team this year, but we'll see how they play. You never know. Number 16, that is Birmingham. Number 17 Syracuse. Northeast really definitely going to be taking these next few spots. Bangor, number 18. Number 19 is Billings. Number 20 is Gulf Coast. Number 21 is Tuscaloosa. Number 22 is Albuquerque. Number 23, Dallas. Dallas is really number 23. That's incorrect. That's really low. And I'd expect them to be top 15, maybe top 10, honestly. On my personal rankings, I have them in number 9. So I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see once we get into the end of the season, but number 24, we have Lake Charles. Number 25 is Spokane. Number 25 is Spokane. 25. I also expected them to be a top 10 team. I'm surprised we haven't even heard of Number 26, Seattle. I expect them to be top 15. Number 27, DC. That makes sense, actually. Number 18, 27, DC. Number 28, Cleveland. Number 29, Wichita. Wichita is one of those sleeper teams. And I'm glad they're actually ranked in the top 30, but they're definitely one of those sleeper teams you don't want to miss out on because they could pop up out of nowhere. You never know. That's number 29. Number 30, that is number 30. We have Fort Smith. Fort Smith. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we haven't seen them. We haven't really. And then I think top 34 teams go to playoffs. Number 31, I think 31 through 34 go to play-in games. So that's it. So we're entering. It's really could make. I don't know. I guess who's currently really expected to make the spots really of the play-in games, which is number 31, Rockville. Number 32, Worcester. Massachusetts, number 33, Rhinelander. That's interesting. Number 34, Champaign. 35, I think. We'll see. 35? I'm really interested now. McAllen. Ooh, haven't heard of them actually. In a bit. They've been pretty mediocre, pretty forgettable as of recent. So they're being ranked number 35. I mean, that's pretty good. Good for them. Number 36, Hampton. Number 37, Pensacola. Number 38. That's. Ooh, is that Rio Rancho? Rio Rancho. Number 38. Number 39, Mobile. Number 40, Philadelphia. Number 41, Casper. Casper is one of those teams you cannot miss. They're definitely a sleeper team. Big sleeper team. I'm surprised they're even ranked. I'm surprised they're ranked number 41. They're definitely a top 20 team, maybe top 10 even. And I'm surprised they've been overlooked this much. They've had good seasons recently. They have the roster still, despite selling off a few players last year. I think you can't overlook them. Number 42, that's Athens. Number 43, Duluth. Number 44, Broken Bow. Number 45, Oceanside. Number 46. One minute. Number 46, we have New Haven. It's definitely a new team, actually. We've not seen them before. Number 47, Flagstaff. Number 48. Oh. 1 minute. I think that's Allentown. Yeah, it is. Number 49, Salem. Number 50. Number 50 is Jonesboro. So that's pretty interesting. We'll take a look at the bottom 10 actually. That's basically just looking in right now. So number 51, we have South Bend. Number 42, we have Fort Wayne. Some Indiana teams actually. Number 53. According to this, we have I think that's St. Joseph. So St. Joseph is definitely looking in right now. If they can beat Galesburg, they're definitely going to be in the top 15 next week, I bet. At the bare minimum, if they keep it up. Number 54, Dodge City. Number 55, Oklahoma City. Number 56, Aurora. Number 57, we'll take a look at this real quick. Stanford. That's a bit of an interesting location. Never heard of it, but I mean, maybe definitely. Who knows? I don't know the roster. Number 58, Portland, Maine. Number 59, Evansville. And number 60, initials is Jeff, and Jefferson City. So that's been interesting. I kind of like those rankings. Not gonna, I disagree with quite a few of those rankings, but we'll see. I, I I wouldn't be lying if I wasn't expecting some big jumps next week or so. So in the first like 3 weeks, we'll be probably seeing some big changes really, and honestly I wouldn't be surprised if we see a chaotic season. Not gonna lie. So we have some rule changes, of course. That's what I was going to explain. So the first of the two biggest changes really. There is no final throw. There used to be a final throw, but it got basically removed. We had big controversy again. Someone basically just carried their way in the final throw to the win, and they got 46 straight to win. That definitely is not really that fair, and that's why it really got abolished. You see, it was almost we only had one vote against it in the committee, um, and that I mean it makes sense in the end, but I mean it just I don't know. I don't know. I mean the final throw that's what made Wildcats pretty unique, but it was also pretty much a downfall, which is why they sort of got rid of it. And the second rule change, it's pretty big. Two hand catches are now 2 points. And if you told me, I wasn't really expecting that, in all honesty. I was anticipating a lot of I was anticipating some one hand to be 3 and then 2 hand to be 1, but it was a pretty recent change actually. Basically just a cater really just made it easier. Just basically because the one-handed catch it had so much value, and to really balance the value more, because again last season it was all about 3. Like if you weren't going for a 3, you were losing, and then they decided to change it, which I mean it's fair, but like I mean definitely it's gonna bring back that value, and this is gonna be quite a big season. This is definitely the biggest season. A lot of change really these since last 2 years now. Last year was huge. We went from 30 games in a whole bunch of smaller towns all competing against each other, and going from state all the way from region, from at least county, going all the way to region of the state, going all the way to state, going to region of like the Midwest, Southeast, Northwest, going all the way to nationals, which was a really long road, and that's what it was up until 2020 and 2021 really, and then last year they abolished really all the smaller towns and then kept all the towns that really could sustain this and have a pretty decently sized roster, and yeah, 140 games series really, and they abolished that because again it's playing Wildcats every single day. I mean it's a bit tough, and this year you have some breaks. You play quite a few games in a row, just like last year, but a 90-game season, and you have some games off, of course, like usual, but it's just something just makes sense. And this year we have 90 games. They're gonna next season. We're gonna bring it down to 74, which I think is gonna be probably definitely around. Definitely not too low, but definitely not too high. Especially with where we have a ton of teams competing. We have over 200, so that's gonna add some breaks. It's gonna definitely be better. So I think that's really it. And I think college rankings, top 25 will be dropping probably really soon after this. So apart from that, that's really it, and goodbye.